If you're watching this video, you're probably a designer who's looking to find better clients. Maybe you already have some clients and maybe they don't pay you enough, or they're hard to work with. They're extremely demanding on your time. They don't respect your work. And you might be asking yourself, where are all the good clients? Hey, my name's Finn. I'm a website designer and Webflow developer at Antler.co. And I myself have personally worked with a lot of these great clients before. I work for a great client now, and very occasionally I accept a side project with a great client. So in this video, I'm going to start off by telling you what a good client is, or at least what I think is a good client. Then how do you actually start getting those clients? Where do you find them? How do you even attract them? So let's start by talking about what makes a good client. And for me personally, it comes down to two factors: the client's budget and how it is to work with them. You can have a client which they are awesome to work with, really helpful, they respect your time, but they just don't have enough money to make the project worth your while. So even though they might be a good client, they're not a good fit because they don't have the money. And on the contrary, and this can actually be worse, is you have a client that does have a lot of money and they're gonna pay you well, but they're complete assholes or they don't respect your time. So the good clients are the ones that have enough budget to compensate you for your work, but are also pleasant to work with. And here's something that I've noticed over my years of freelancing. The clients that have higher budgets tend to be easier to work with. If I look back on my most annoying clients, they've always been the ones that have tried to get the price down, that have been penny pinching on me, which can be frustrating. And generally the clients that had the bigger budgets, they had a team, they were actually really professional, they wanted to work with me, they delivered feedback on time. Again, they were true professionals, and that often comes because they're working at a legit company. A company that has a marketing budget and is wanting to work with you. So the question remains now, where do you actually find these clients? Where are they hanging out? Because you might think, oh, they're on Upwork and they're posting jobs on Upwork for 25K website designs. That's not the case. They do use freelancing platforms for small jobs, for quick jobs, but on a website which is their whole company is resting on this launch, they're not going to go to Fiverr for that website. What these companies actually do is they ask around their network. Most of the best website clients that you will ever get come from referrals, and they'll come from your network. If you're a beginner designer, you don't have a freaking network. You're just getting started, and so what you need to start doing is producing content and getting out there and start building your network. The reason why these clients go to their network is because it's trust-based. They don't know if they can trust a random designer on Upwork. Yeah, they might have a few reviews, but if they ask someone they used to work with, hey, I know he's a really good designer, maybe I can refer him to other people that need a designer. That's the first place where the high budget projects are. The second place is on social media. So what's really important to understand is that as a designer, having a LinkedIn profile is really important, and having a YouTube channel is really important. I've got multiple 5-figure projects through this YouTube channel, even with less than 1,000 subscribers, believe it or not. So if you're looking to get high value clients, what you need to do is start being very active on social media. You're probably thinking, so I've made a social media account, what the hell do I post? How do I stand out on social media? And there's a couple ways you can do that. First of all, you can start making case study videos about your projects. I've done, I think, a couple on my channel, so I'll link them in the description. But basically you do the website design and the website gets built, and you film a video case study taking people through your process. You show people how you built that website, how you designed it, the process. You put a testimonial from the client in the video, and you post it on YouTube and you share it on LinkedIn or Twitter. Now, one of the most important skills for a designer is learning how to share your work. If you're a great designer but you don't know how to share your work, no one's going to see you and your visibility is going to be right down here. The secret to getting a lot of attention on social media is with video mockups. They're these really awesome After Effects templates, and they're made by a shop called Inner Supply. You can go to Anna.supply. There's actually an affiliate link from me in the description. And the guys that run Inner Supply are actually friends of mine, and I reached out to them to ask if I could promote their products on my channel because they are that good. All you do is drag and drop your work into the screens, and the rest of the template does the work for you. That way, when someone's scrolling on social media, this motion template moves across their screen and will stop the person scrolling. if you post a static image, it's not moving. And so it's really the movement that actually gets the user's attention, which is why video mockups are so important. And so if you're looking for a way to share your work on social media, you don't really know how to, those mockups are the way to go. I want to talk a little bit now to kind of finalize this video about how I got my current job. So I work as a Webflow developer and designer at Antler.co, and I got hired for that job on LinkedIn. I actually worked on a project for a VC, venture capital firm from Germany. And then I posted that case study on my LinkedIn. And it happened to be that Antler was looking for a Webflow developer and designer in Australia, which is where I live. They saw me on LinkedIn and they probably would have seen my case study where I did a really nice website for a VC firm. So the reason I probably have my job right now is that I posted that project on my channel and I made, I think it was like a 5-minute case study about that. So as you can see, by sharing your work in an attractive way on social media is a way to attract a high value client, because sometimes there's a client that's hiring in your area or in your country and they'll reach out to you. The high value clients are always reaching out to the people to do the work. It's very rare that a random freelancer will approach a big company and say, hey, let me redesign your website, and the company says yes. It doesn't work like that. What actually happens is the company enters a phase where they need to launch a new website or they need to redesign it. The need is there, and then they just go and find the right person for that need. And that was the case with me and Antler. They needed a Webflow developer to join their team. They found someone who was in the right location that had a good portfolio, and then they got in touch with me. Hopefully this video made it clearer about how you find high quality clients. The first takeaway is that they're not necessarily on Upwork, very rarely in fact. The second point is that high value clients actually go out and find people in their network, people that are trusted and that have been recommended by other people they trust. The third really important takeaway is that the way they vet you and you can build trust is by having a really attractive portfolio and being very active on social media. Because the more things you post that are high quality, the more chances are that they're going to actually see some of your content and will get in touch with you. So I want you to start thinking about attracting big clients and attracting big projects rather than applying for projects, because that's actually not the best way to get high value clients. You want to attract them to you, and then they're coming to you for the work and you are in a position of a little bit more power to negotiate. If you want to learn more about how I got my job, I talk about it a bit on my LinkedIn video. So check out this video here that I talk about how designers can use LinkedIn, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching.